Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Joe Flash, and I know I picked a really horrible time to be making a video because it is late. It is 2:07 at midnight, and I should have already been in bed a long time ago. Well, here's the deal. So, remember yesterday I told y'all that I was going to maybe try to attempt to do some more reaction videos yesterday on Tuesday? Well, that didn't happen, unfortunately, because I only said maybe. I was hoping so, but apparently, after when I came home from work and everything, I was just tired, and, I just needed to take a nap, or I was going to go to sleep and probably just call it off. So I went to take a nap, I woke up, and then went back to sleep again, and called it off for that night, you know what I mean? So I'm up in the middle of the night, I was checking a few things out to make sure I didn't miss anything on YouTube, and yeah, I didn't really seem to miss much. But anyway, I figured before I go to bed and call it off for the night, I'm going to go ahead and do at least one reaction video. So even though I didn't get to do as reaction videos as I was wanting to yesterday, that's okay. At least I'm still doing one today on a Wednesday in the middle of midnight, even though it's too late, but So I better keep it down, and I better hope that something doesn't make me laugh too loud, because I'm about to get into this, and, I just figure I just at least would make one, and maybe it'll help make you guys happy enough, even if people are mostly asleep already, but hopefully they'll see this later, knowing that I recorded this in the middle of midnight. I'm used to it, because I'm used to staying up late, even though I really should try to get back to regular sleeping, but never mind. So, before I go to bed, I'm going to do a quick reaction video to an episode of Pony Meets World series. We're still at Season 1, of course. In the last episode, which was Episode 5, the situation was explained by Dustin about how him and Pinkie Pie met, and how that whole situation with Jared went through, and now we finally get back to where we left off from what happened in episode 4, the previous episode before the last one. And yep, the flashback was already told, and they try to get... We're just going to see what happens. I think I've spoken enough, I don't want to ruin everything, so... Jared was obviously being taken to the hospital after the incident in episode 4, so now we're about to find out what happens now. So Jared's in a lot of trouble, Joey and Dustin. Hopefully, Jared will be alright. We'll see what happens, This thumbnail does look like it's kind of emotional. We're just gonna have to see what happens here, yo. So let's go ahead and just get into it and get this out of the way so I can go ahead and call it off for the night. So, I'm not gonna waste any more time at all, because this is a really good series, I'm really enjoying this series a lot, and if you're enjoying this as much as I do, be sure to give this a big thumbs up and share this with all your friends, so they'll be able to know about this, because this is just one of my favorite series on YouTube. I've already said that before in the past, and I couldn't just stop saying that, because this series is so fantastic. It's been great rewatching this series so far, because I used to watch this years ago before I decided to react to this on my YouTube channel. When it ended, it was pretty emotional, but that's okay. But anyway, now that that's taken care of, and I did have plans, as I mentioned before, as I was going to plan to check this out on my YouTube channel before, I just didn't get the chance to until I finally did, and now here I am at episode 6 of season 1 of it. So we're about to get into it. No more wasting any more time. Let's go ahead and find out what happens here. So, like John Cena and Triple H will always say, your time is up, my time is now, it's time to play the game. Let's go ahead and do this, shall we? And get this out of the way so I can get back to sleep, brush my teeth, and just call it off for the night. So, Pony Meets World, Season 1, Episode 6. This hopefully should be good, because in the last episode, Episode 5, I also forgot to mention that was a pretty funny episode. It was probably the best episode of the series so far, because if you remember in my last reaction to Episode 5 of Season 1, I was just laughing. I was just laughing pretty mad funny. Like, I in the title of that video, I just called it Mad Hilarious or Mad Funny, because it was mad funny to me, and if you hadn't seen my last video, you should check it out, and you should just definitely find out why I thought the last episode was mad funny, because there was just... It was a funny episode, but there was one particular scene that made me laugh so much that I just couldn't stop laughing about it, because it was just the funniest scene of that whole episode. I just already decided to declare it my favorite episode of the series so far, probably the best one. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? So, Season 1, Episode 6 of Pony Meets World in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Shimid Productions presents Pony Meets World Part 6. Pinkie! I saw Pinkie up there. St. J. Underground's hospital. Alright.
Bro, where do you take us? I mean, it looks nice, but still, it looks like an office.
Well, it's because we're in the back of the hospital.
Why?
Because, man, he's a good doctor. I've known him for years. He's reliable, cheap, very cheap. I known him and I met him through an old friend of mine back in the day.
That's cool. Known him for years. And that's the doctor, I'm presuming.
Shh, shh. He's gonna call someone's name.
Okay. I'm looking for,
No,
Shut up! Shut up! It's all your fault.
that's so not true.
Yes? It's all your fault, yes? Yes?
No,
Yes, it is! Yes, it is!
Hey, stop it.
You got a disease. You're pink.
I've got cancer.
Hey, don't say that.
Jesus.
We're in a hospital.
Everybody shut the f*** up. Doctor. Open this piece of me. That's who.
Jesus.
Okay.
Good doctor.
Joy.
I'm the only one here.
I'm not gonna lie, that was actually kind of funny. I didn't... That was pretty insane, though. Pinky and Dustin, Jesus, disease, cancer, you're gonna say that in a hospital, wow. That was pretty funny, and all of a sudden the doctor just goes, "Hey, everybody shit that." That lets you know a doctor ain't in the mood. But never mind. So apparently Joey's name gets called. Let's see what the doctor has to say.
Right. You know your friend, Jerry? Little Jerry? Okay, that nigga got up. It's a vegetable, right? A vegetable. He can move, he can do nothing,
What?
bro. You know why? Too much diesel, dog. And the system. Too much for one day. Diesel. Crazy. Jerry. Vegetable. That's why.
What is he saying?
Are you serious?
I'm kidding, I'm playing with the Jerry's dead. Yeah, he's dead.
He's dead? Oh no. Jared's dead. He may sound like he's joking, but he's serious. Really, Pinky?
What are we talking about? Say, Bob. Next one. Next.
Damn. Well, Jared definitely didn't survive that. A few days later. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, in the last episode when Dustin had to explain what happened when him and Pinkie Pie met, I will admit, they kind of did take some time to, like, get Jared to the hospital, because it was kind of a big story to explain, so, you know, it kind of took them a few extra minutes for them to finally get Jared to the hospital, so, you know. But then again, gotta wonder if he even would have survived it, even if he didn't tell him the story before taking him to the hospital, you know. So, wow, Jared's dead. Wow. That sucks, man. After all this time, Jared just passed away. Damn. And there's his grave, apparently. What does it say? Here lies Jared Armstrong Ortiz. I could eat a horse right now. Really? I mean, that is kind of what he was saying in one of the fewest episodes, so I could eat a horse. That's funny. But, dang. Rest in peace, Jared. Of course I know he's not really dead, it's just part of the acting, but, you know, still, the character, just rest in peace. I'd be so disappointed and be so sad if I had a friend right now that would pass away like this. This would definitely leave me heartbroken. Oh god, Pinky, please don't cry.
Pinky, stop. Come on. Come on. Pinkamena Diane Pie.
She said her whole name.
Stop.
He said her whole name.
It's not your fault. Well, it is your fault. Look, that doesn't matter. What has happened, okay? We can't change it. Life moves on. Stop crying.
Yeah. It's really hard to move on from stuff like this, but Joey's right, you know, eventually you gotta move on. Nothing's more sad than losing a friend, you know, or losing anybody that you loved, you know what I mean? But yep, what has happened. There's nothing that you can do. Can't fix it. Gotta move on. That was funny, Pete. You tried to tell him, it's not your fault. Well, it is your fault. I mean, because, yeah, it is kind of technically Pinky's fault, but, you know. Even though Dustin was the one that hit him, but it kind of was technically Pinky's fault, kind of, you know, but whatever. Oh my god, Fluttershy. She's probably gonna cry, because you know Fluttershy is full of emotion. She's gonna most likely cry.
Hey, Fluttershy. You're not as sad as this one, are you?
Don't count on it. Yep. Rainbow Dash.
Guys, please! Rainbow Dash, stop crying, please, I beg you. You guys are gonna make me cry, man! Applejack, it's okay. I'm here.
They make me cry if we were to.
Rarity. Wait, Rarity. Where the have you been? I haven't seen you since you've been here. Worry about that later.
That's just what I was thinking.
You know what? Actually, I didn't think about that. Joey's right. Yeah, Rarity has been missing since the first episode. I didn't even think about that. Wow, how have I not even realized that Rarity's been missing throughout this whole series? What? You know what? Now that I realize it, I remember in the first episode, I remember when they showed the ponies teleporting from the TV, it didn't really seem like they showed Rarity running through with them. It just showed the rest of them, but not Rarity. I mean, I'm pretty sure she was with them, but... You know what? She does have a point, but yeah, he does have a point. Where was Rarity? Rarity has been, like, missing throughout this whole series so far. Where has she been? But I guess we'll worry about that later, just like Joey said, so... But yeah, I need to hear that again, because that definitely does make a good point. Where has Rarity been? Rarity's been missing throughout most of the series so far. How did I not realize that? Rarity's been missing. Like, I've seen the whole gang so far. Twilight, Sparkle, Pinkie Pie, Rainbow Dash, Applejack, Fluttershy, but no Rarity. And now she's finally here, and we see her. God, how could I not realize that? God, now I feel so dumb I didn't even realize that. But, well, I guess we finally see Rarity now. I mean, where has she been? But, once again, we'll have to worry about that later.
Rarity. Wait, Rarity. Where the have you been? I haven't seen you since you've been here.
True.
Worry about that later.
That's just what I was thinking.
Yeah, I worry about it later, too, because right now is not the good time to talk about it. There's Dustin.
Sorry, dude. I didn't mean for this to happen. I tried my best. It wasn't my fault. I really wish I could take this all back. Let it
Me
all
too.
rewind.
Yeah, man. Tell me about it.
It sucks, you know, if something like this were to happen, I wish I could take it back, too, if I was the one who made the mistake or something, because, you know, I've made mistakes before in the past, like, not too long ago, earlier this year, when January, you know, when 2022 started in January, I lost a friend, because I got carried away over something, you know, and yeah, but I learned my lesson, and of course I realized the mistake I caused, and even though I may not have her as my friend anymore, and will never get her back, but at least I moved on, and, you know, I realized the mistakes, and I will make sure that doesn't happen again, you know, at least I learned. At least I learned from my mistakes, you know, because not everybody always feels that they did something wrong, you know, and at least I understand what I do wrong, you know, because this would be me. If I was in that situation where Dustin was right now and I accidentally killed someone, God, my life would be haunted, you know what I mean? I'd be haunted for dear life if I ended up accidentally killing a human being, and then, you know, it would scar me for the rest of my life, just how it will haunt me, just, even if I didn't get punished for the incident, because I quite... You know, just from whatever happens, you know what I mean? It just would haunt me for the rest of my life, you know what I'm saying? So I don't blame you, Dustin. I really don't blame you at all, man. Pretty emotional episode so far.
Let it all rewind.
Yeah, man. Tell me about it.
Yeah, it's Twilight.
Hey, Twilight. I'm glad you can make it, as long as with everybody else. Hey, listen, I know out of everybody here, you should feel the most sad since you and Jared were the best of friends. But I
True.
think we all agree on this, that we're all here for you, okay? We're all family, alright? We're here if you need us.
Well, see, I just wanted to. Oh,
Right, wait. No. Let her go, man. She's gonna need some time. You know what I mean?
I don't blame Twilight. I don't blame that at all. Yeah, I don't blame her. She ran. Apparently too emotional for Twilight not to keep her emotions. Because it is true, her and Jared were like the best of friends. Because, ever since the gang, the main six first came to the human world from Jared's TV, kind of Jared and Twilight were the ones that kind of got to know each other the most, So, you know what? It is true. Her and Jared were like best friends. It's pretty sad. Trust me, I would be so devastated. It'd be hard for me to get over this if this was me right now. I remember how tough it was for me to get over when my grandmother passed away years ago. I remember I even got to see her one last time before her body was buried. Like, it's just sad, Even saw my grandfather, and just, it's hard to move on from stuff like this. So you really can't blame Joey for taking it so rough here, or even for Dustin, even though he may have never knew Jared. But the fact that, it was an accident, just because he accidentally killed him, even though it was Pinkie Pie's fault at the same time. But, just wish it could take it back, and even the whole gang as well, especially Twilight. Because Twilight definitely had to be the most emotional. I didn't even think about that, but Joey does have another point. Her and Jared kind of were like the best of friends ever since, the whole gang first came to the human world. It is kind of true.
Time, I'm gonna take them all home since their owner is now gone. On the other hand, she is your responsibility.
What? Why?
Because you have a responsibility. I have mine.
Yeah.
We all do.
Alright.
You know what? That is true. You know what? Joey just keeps making up a lot of good points in this episode so far. Like, he told Dustin, Pinkie Pie's your responsibility, Dustin. Like, why? Because you have a responsibility, I have mine, and, Joey kind of does have, like, Derpy as his responsibility. Kind of Derpy is more like his pet. Because, all the main six gang members were first at Jared's house. They were, like, his pets, and then, when Pinkie Pie found Dustin and started living in his house, it kind of started living in his house, and then, when Joey first, because in the first episode, Joey didn't even see the ponies at first until later in episode 2, when he had that dream with Luna, and then he wakes up and finds Derpy in his room. So, you know what, it is kind of true. Joey is kind of has Derpy as his responsibility, Dustin has Pinkie as his, and then Jared's was like the whole main six minus Pinkie Pie. Even though Rarity was actually missing through most of it, but we'll find out eventually what happened to Rarity later. Hopefully. Because I really want to know, why has Rarity been gone throughout most of this series, and then she only shows up to appear in episode 6 here? Because, I don't even think she even appeared in the first episode, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, I really hope we get the answers to what happened.
I'll see you in a couple days, alright? Take care of her. I'll be watching you. Alright, girls, come on. Come on, girls. Get some ice cream. Apple pie.
Poor Pinkie, she don't even feel like getting up. I feel bad for Joey, man. It's gotta be real tough losing Jared. And I don't even blame what he's doing. You know what? It'd be so hard for me to get over having the loss of someone. Like, I probably wouldn't even be doing much if I was here at home right now, and if I just got done revisiting someone that passed away, you know what I mean? Probably there just wouldn't be anything left for me to do, you know what I mean? Like, as much as it's boring enough just doing the same thing every single day and wish I could do something new, it'd be even more boring for me because I wouldn't even know if I feel like doing anything after suffering a loss like this, It's probably like I'd just be sitting in my room all day being silent, you know what I'm saying? So you know what? I really don't blame Joey. He just goes straight into his room and goes home. He just goes into his room and everything. So now the gang's gonna be living in his house now because Jared's gone. God rest in peace, Jared.
I'm pretty tired.
maybe we should all settle in for a good night's sleep.
Yeah, that actually sounds like a really great idea.
I agree.
Okay, please close the door. I have all that space right there for you guys to go to
Oh,
sleep, okay?
oh, sure.
Fluttershy, can you please turn off the light?
That's
Thank you,
sweet.
Fluttershy. Fluttershy. Oh, good night, guys. Good night, Twinkie. Good night, Verity. Applejack. Applejack. No, you can't sleep there. That's my spot.
Can't
Applejack.
hear you. Oh, I'm asleep. Hush now, quiet now. It's time to lay your
Fluttershy, I don't need. I don't. No, thank you. I don't need lullaby. Thanks. I don't know how you took care of Jared. Good. Thank you. I appreciate it, sweetie. You're very kind. Good night, Fluttershy.
Oh, that's sweet. Oh, that's sweet. I mean, hey, Fluttershy is about kindness. She represents the element of kindness, so that is what she does. If Fluttershy was in my room, I'd be just full of love because, even though I don't have a personal favorite in the group anymore, but Fluttershy used to be one of my favorites, so you know what? If Fluttershy was in my room right now, I definitely would be willing to take a lullaby, even though I don't need lullabies much anymore to sleep, but I gladly would accept a lullaby from Fluttershy to help me to put me to sleep, even though I don't know if it really would put me to sleep, but hey, it'd be worth something. God, I really can't wait. I really hope in the near future this becomes my future. I get to make my own MOP in real life series because I think I told y'all before when I was at Alex's 2 days ago on Monday. I talked to him about it since he's been making the fan art for me and maybe if there's other people that know how to make these kind of edits like Joey got, and we can make them look like they're in the real world, and then we can, also do 3D animation because I want to try to do it 3D wise to make it look more realistic. Because, if I have it in 3D animation, it would look much more realistic. Even though I'm not saying the original animation here looks realistic, it looks realistic enough, but, it'd just be cooler if I had it in 3D to make it look almost real to fit with, the real human world, you know what I mean? And I've seen some other videos where it had 3D animated wise, and it looks incredible. Like the Fluttershy meeting Fluttershy in real world videos. If you remember me reacting to that was pretty awesome. How it looked so real. And I was thinking about wanting to do something like that, similar in the future. Have my own MLP Meet series, but it's the My Little Pony Equestria Girls in 3D animation. You know what I mean? And who knows? I even talked some ideas with him. Maybe we could even do a thing where maybe I can enter the Equestria Girls world from the portal, even though that's from Twilight's world, but hey, maybe might be able to create a portal of my own where the girls come visit my world, and then I visit theirs, and I turn into their animation, you know what I mean? Just being creative. I just could come up with ideas, because I'm usually not this creative, honestly, so I'm kind of surprised I'm even already creating these ideas, even before we don't even have a chance of knowing if the series will ever be made or not, but I really hope I get to make it one day. In fact, Joey O actually has a video. I think it was on his old Schmidt production video. I think it's on this channel. He uploaded a video a few days ago where he demonstrated how to make your own MLP Meet series, MLP in real life videos, and he demonstrated it with the two softwares he uses on his computer along with some other effects, so that's pretty cool. Probably in the future, if I maybe want to learn how to do that, maybe I can rewatch that video. Because at the same time, I would like to probably even make some videos that involve maybe the normal animation of the MLP, so you never know. And you know what? I agree with Joey, because you know what? That's probably what I would do too. If I got done just visiting somebody's grave and suffered a loss from losing someone, I'd probably be doing the same thing. I probably would just do nothing else but sleep, because there's just not much you can do because you're that devastated over losing someone. I probably would do exactly what Twilight and Joey and the gang are doing too. I'd probably just be sleeping too. Oh.
Doesn't have to be all bad. Maybe I can lighten things up and kick Luna's.
That's funny.
Alright. All I gotta do now is
He just passes out. Just like that. Just like that. Just passes out. But I get it, because he wants to make sure he goes to sleep and make sure he resumes the game with Luna. Well, there's the scoreboard. Yeah, where is Luna?
Were you scared? I hear chicken. Princess Luna.
That's weird. Where is she? That's the moon. That's the moon.
The moon? I've never seen that before.
Yeah, me neither. But hey, then again, you know, if you know Princess Luna, she used to be a villain known as Nightmare Moon, so it makes sense.
He's not here. Something's not right. This never happened before.
Yeah, you do have a point, Joey. What the? A red orb? Luna's usually always coming out with the white one. This one's red.
Never seen that red before.
Yeah, me neither, man. Something definitely ain't right. Something's definitely different. What is it? What is it?
Something's not right.
Wait, what? Is that who I think it is? Is that who I think it is? Is it? Oh my god, it is. It's Jared. What?
What's going on, Joey?
What is he doing there?
This can't be.
What's going on, Joey?
How? Is he alive or... Oh man, to be continued? Well, okay, I mean, that's fine. Then again, whenever you see stuff like that happen towards the end of an episode, usually it would be continued, so you know what? Never mind, but... Wow, Jared? So is he alive, or... Yeah, I'm with Jared. What is going on? Well, I guess we'll have to find out in the next episode. Probably most likely, hopefully I'll see it tomorrow. I mean, let's hope for tomorrow, because unfortunately I failed to do it yesterday to react to this video, so I had to do it tonight because, you know, so and so forth. But anyway, what does it say? Friendship is catnip? Catnip? I don't know what that means. Catnip, okay. What is going on? Yeah, Jared, what is going on? I didn't sign up for this, Dustin. I mean, he didn't. I'm so confused. Why is he in my dream? Yeah. You're right about that, Joey. Trixie? Okay, Big Mac of Trixie in the end. Well, we'll have to find that out in the next episode, though, apparently, to find out what's going on. Why is Jared in Joey's dream, or what is going on, period. Jared's supposed to be dead, but... What the heck is going on? Alrighty. Well, that takes a little bit of a twist for the next episode. But that'll wait for another video, yo. So I'm hoping that maybe I'll do it today, and I'll try to make sure I do it for this one, because like I said, I already failed to do it yesterday on Tuesday because I was tired yesterday. But hopefully later on when the morning comes, and you know, when I go to school and then go to college and then go to work later on when Wednesday morning comes, you know, when I go to college and then go to work and then I come home on Wednesday in the afternoon, hopefully I'll be able to stay awake this time and I'll be able to check out more of the Pony Meets World series when I come home. I should be able to do it this time. Even though I can't really guarantee everything, but I think I'm at least 50% sure that I think I'm gonna stay awake for this one, you know, when I come home today. Unlike yesterday when I was so tired and just fell asleep early, even though it's a thing, but never mind. I better go ahead and get to bed. It's like 12:37, and oh my god, this video is almost 30 minutes long. Apparently it took me that long to react to this video. Wow. I guess, well, then again, I had a lot to say in this video because it was just so, you know, upsetting. It was so disappointing just hearing about Jared passing, and then Joey made a lot of good points, and now apparently in the ending, now we have a question. Why is Jared back, or how, or what happened? What is he doing in Joey's dream? Those questions shall be answered in the next episode of episode 7 of season 1 of Pony Meets World series. But anyway, I better go ahead and get it off here, y'all. I'm gonna go brush my teeth. I'm gonna head to bed and just get back to sleep so I can get enough sleep and be ready for when the morning comes, when the daylight comes, because, you know. So I'm gonna hit it off, y'all, and I definitely need to turn this heater back on, even though it's not too cold, but it's getting kind of cold, so I better go ahead and get back into it. I'm done. Back to sleep I go. So, that'll be it for today, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Dislike to give it a thumbs down. Join me next time for the next video. To all you boys, men, and guys out there, fist bumps go to all of you. And to all the girls, ladies, and women out there, mwah, kisses go out to all of you. But until then, when I'm back with another video, like I said, join me next time for the next video. We'll check out the next episode of Pony Meets Wolf series. And if you're enjoying the series as much as I do, you definitely should give this a thumbs up. And be sure to share this with all your friends. And be sure to check out the original videos if you want to. So, but until then, this is Joe Flash signing off. And have a good day, or good night for that matter.